in the settlements. All of a sudden, he got a fire. Somebody shoot a bullet to his car. All his tires were just blown up, and he got stuck. Ambush. He got so scared. He's sitting, shaking in his seat, and he doesn't know what to do. He knows what's going to be the procedure. They will come. They will break through the glass. They will shoot him. Make sure that they shoot him. Tomorrow, his picture is going to be in the newspapers. So they open they open the door. They throw him into the ground. They start kicking him. They start beating him. They start abusing him. They start being violent with him. And he knows that all these hits and kicks is just before they shoot their guns. And then comes this this guy that have this covered face. How you call this? His mask, the masked man. He comes. He looks like he has authority. He looks like he has authority on his hand. And they kept still. He came. He says, "Why do you play games with him? Just kill him already." So one of them turns him over. And this masked man comes over and says, wait a second, comes over, look at him very closely. He says, "No, I know him, he's a good guy, just go." Ataf. They run away, all of them. And this Ataf tells him, "You know something? It's just because of my Jalal, my brother. He kicked him again and he left him." כל המלכים על הברית מרחמים עליו מן השמיים. מה הוא רחום? אף אתה רחום. We have to emulate, we have to learn, to have the characteristics of Hashem, the way that He is merciful. We have to be, because whenever we are merciful, there will be mercy on us in heaven as well. Another סגולה. והבא דן את כל האדם לקו זכות. Benefit of the doubt. Okay? We never know certain things. Why people do, and what was their intention. But they say, הדן את חברו לקו זכות, דנים אותו לזכות. Whoever judge favorably, this is how they judge him in heaven too. Listen to this story. This Moti, right, had 8 girls. 8 girls to marry off. And he's a poor man. He doesn't know how to marry off his daughters. Everybody knows that he's a poor man. All the matchmakers know. So they never offer him anything. Don't give him any suggestions. No shidduchim, no nothing. Because he won't be able to do the wedding. And he won't be able to help out his girls. And it's tough. It's not easy. In Israel, it's even worse. Because the girls are supposed, if they want a Ben Torah, you're supposed to support him. And you're supposed to support. You're supposed to bring the apartment. You're supposed to have. This is how it is. It's very hard. So the girls are stuck from the age of 28 till 19. All at home. None is married. You can understand, what's going on in there. The tension, how not it is. One day, Moti was invited to his neighbor's wedding. And he's there. He got to sit in a seat that he was not supposed to be there, at a table full of strange people. He doesn't know all these people. He sat there for a while, and then he hears that they're starting talking. One is saying, he was supposed to do chapter 11. He was supposed to, bankrupt. And the other one is saying, probably it's so hard for him, he will need to fire all these people. What are these people going to say? It's not easy. They start talking. He's saying, who they're talking about? The one that makes the wedding is not a rich man. Who they're talking about? Keep talking about this factory that do all kind of preserves. Then he understood that lately, in their place, there was this preserve cans factory that they closed recently, and probably they speak about this. So he doesn't know the people, they don't know him. He tells them, you know something, I ate a few times these preserves, they're pretty good. Their products are tasty. We liked it. We ordered it again and again. We bought it again and again. The store, it's fine. Well, who knows? We don't know exactly what happened there. Maybe the owner didn't want to fire all these people. Maybe, to start all over, older people, he has all kind of people working. Maybe he didn't want to make them suffer. We don't know his calculations. Let's not talk Lashon Hara because we don't know who he is and what are his reasons and what are his calculations. We have no way of knowing. So he saw that one man in particular were looking at him, and the others were continue talking, and then they started dancing, and then he went to dance, and that's it. He didn't go back to his table anymore. So apparently this one that was listening to him was looking after him afterwards. He didn't find him anymore. After the wedding, he searched for him. He went to the one that made the wedding, and he asked him, who was this guy that sat next to me? He said, probably Moti. Moti was known, he was a straight man. He tells him, he's a very poor man, but he has 8 daughters, and he needs to marry them off. They're all delicate girls, good girls, very educated. They help out to needy brides. They embroider. They learn how to sew. They do all kind of chesed to all kind of needy brides, and they're good family. They can work there. Right away, this guy, his name was Gvilz, this rich man, called a matchmaker and wanted to make a match between Moti's older daughter and his own older son. And they made a wedding. When they were sitting later on, people asked him, how come? This is a rich man, this is a poor man, how do you make this match? He said, I was sitting in this table, no one knew each other in that table. People start talking Lashon Hara. This man comes from nowhere, and he doesn't go with a flow. People like to speak Lashon Hara, so yeah. He says, no, he was a man of truth. He said, you cannot really talk, you don't know exactly, let's have the benefit of the doubt, let's not judge him, we don't know this and that. He said, I like that attitude, and I was sure that these girls are going to be good girls, good qualities, and so I wanted to make this shiur. In the Gemara, in Masechet Sukkah, it says, אמר רבי חזקיה, אמר רבי ירמיה, משום רבי שמעון בר יוחאי. הוא אומר שרבי שמעון בר יוחאי לפור. יכול אני לפתור את כל העולם, מיום שנבראתי ועד עתה. There's going to be a day of judgment. I could dismiss the whole world and take everything on me. Okay? מיום שנבראתי ועד עתה. From the day that I was born till now, let's say he was 60, 70, 80 years old, I don't know how old he was. He said, I could take it on upon myself, and, everybody will be free. This is only Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai could say such a thing. Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai was in the cave. In a way, he suffered for 13 years. Okay, he was there. And once he was in the cave for 13 years, he elevated himself so much, he became a very, very spiritual man. And then he tells him that ve'ilmale Elazar b'ni, if I will get together with my son Elazar, we could dismiss the whole judgment on the world miyom shenivra olam v'ad achshav, from the day of the creation till now. Think about this. It's not only 60, 70, 80 years what we're talking about. From the day of the creation, like 2,000 years, let's say. 3,000 years. 3,000 years, it's already thousands of years with his son Elazar. Why? He was also in the cave with him. He also suffered. Okay? And if we'll add Yotam ben Uziyahu, ilmelei Yotam ben Uziyahu imanu, we could dismiss the world. Miyom shenivra olam ve'ad sofu. From the day of the creation till the end of the days. Who was Yotam ben Uziyahu? You heard this name ever? Yotam ben Uziyahu? He was a king in Yehuda. Okay, dynasty of David HaMelech. His father Uzziah was a king in Israel, in Judah, and he got leprosy all over his body. כתוב מצורע חשוב כמת. He's considered like a dead man. Now, you cannot be next to people who have leprosy because it's contagious. It's not good. You have to be in isolation, right? So he couldn't be a king. Instead, his son, Yotam, he had to become a judge instead of his father. It's called a regent. A regent means when a father, from some kind of reason, from health reason or from other reason, cannot continue serving as a king, so somebody else meanwhile will take over, and that was his son Yotam. Now give me some scenarios that you learned, that you know from the Torah, from the Nevi'im, from the outside world. If somebody becomes a king, what happens?
They don't want to let it go.
Hmm?
They don't want to let it go.
They don't want to let it go. He will grab the chair with the throne and stay with this. And if his father says, okay, I'm healthy now, he'll throw him to the dungeon. Who needs you? That's what children of Nebuchadnezzar did to him. Nebuchadnezzar was this king that destroyed our temple. He was so powerful. But then Hashem punished him and he was scattered. He was, half an animal, half a human. He was punished. And when he came back, his children didn't want him to claim the kingship again. They killed him. Okay, so this is not a Jewish king. What about Jewish people? We spoke last time about Avshalom, King David. Okay? Adoniyahu, his other child, right? And it's natural. It's natural. When people, they get fame, strength, power, they want to hold on into it. They don't want to let it go. Here comes Yotam. That his father is sick. He cannot really serve as a king. So he is entitled to become the king. He never put a crown on his head all these years that his father was alive.
Wow.
And all the judgment that he did, he was sitting as a judge, a dayan, he was saying in the name of his father, my father says this, my father says that, my father says this. It's not natural. Okay? So I was looking, people don't really speak so much about Yotam ben Uziel. They say he was a perfect king. Perfect king. You see from his name, Yotam, Tam in Hebrew is perfection. Perfect. So they say, Elazar, the son of Rabbi Elazar the son of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, he will fix the world if needed from the beginning of the creation till the time that he leaves. Why? Because they said that Elazar, there was some time in his life that he was tough man. He used to be like a policeman. He used to catch smugglers, thieves. He used to punish them. He used to kill them if they don't behave right. And then he did tshuva and he became a big rabbi and everything. So because of his past, he can fix on things that happened in the past. Yotam, they say, is perfection. Perfection will be only in the end of the days. Today we don't have perfection. Perfection will be only in the end of the days. A lot of people, and this is a quality that we don't have today. A lot of people, when they do a mitzvah, when they keep mitzvot, they become religious, they do it always with calculation. What do I gain from this? What will I have? Well, people want to become religious because the children will be more educated. I mean, more respecting and whatever. People want to keep Shabbat because they want some peace of mind and all that. People want to sometimes keep tzniut because of, I know a woman that started to have spots. The body starts discoloring. So she decided that she wants to be all of a sudden tzanua. Not because people do all kind of, what do I gain from this? And we lacking this pure, innocent doing a mitzvot, L'Shem Shamayim, just because Hashem asked, not because any other reason. And this is how I put it together with Rosh Hashanah. On Rosh Hashanah, we lean on a certain act. And we keep saying it and saying it and saying it and praying and doing. What do we lean on? Which action we remember all the time, we remind all the time? Akedat Yitzchak. Avraham Avinu is asked by Hashem, go and sacrifice your son. Hashem just wants to test him. Avraham Avinu have all the rights in the world to question Hashem. Hashem, for hundreds of years, you tell me, go here, go there, lech lecha, do this, do that, go to Egypt. I do whatever you tell me, I don't question you. But then you promised me, ki b'Yitzchak yikareh lecha zera. Your offsprings are going to come from Yitzchak. He's not married yet. How do you want me to kill him? Why do you want me to kill him? Abraham was this guy, this man that preached that people should not do this avodah zarah that's called molech. People used to sacrifice their children in the name of their gods. They would kill them. They would burn them in the name of gods. And Abraham was always going against. Do you want me to do the same? What people are going to think of me? That I'm false? That I'm a faker? Not only this, it's not that he calculated what do I gain from it. He could delay it. Hashem told him, he didn't tell him exactly when. He could do it in 20 years from now. He didn't wait one day. First thing in the morning, he got up to do this. Why? The same way that Abraham didn't put any kind of calculations in there. Okay? And he did this action with a pure innocence. Hashem asked me, I'm doing it. I'm not asking anything. This is what we need on Rosh Hashanah. This is why only Yotam ben Uziyahu with Elazar and with Rabbi Shimon are able to dismiss the world from this day of judgment. Because they did what they did with not asking questions. And this is something that we have to learn. It's not easy. It says in the day of Mashiach, these days, people will do whatever is beneficial to them. I like it, I'll do it. I don't find what's important is, I won't do it. Let's learn a little bit from Avraham Avinu's action, from Yotam ben Uziyahu, from all these great people that we mentioned before, and Bezat Hashem, with all these segulot that we mentioned, Hashem will inscribe us to a happy and healthy New Year, Bezat Hashem, Shana shel spirituality, Shana shel Mashiach, Bezat Hashem. Thank you so much.
Thank you.